Welcome to another week of JJW Sports Chat. I'm your host, Will the Thrill, and along with me is
I'm just Josh, and here we are. Let's have some fun with another one. Thanks for coming and hanging out as always, especially right before the holidays.
Yep.
I know. So I think Hanukkah just ended. Christmas is 2 days. So whatever you celebrate, happy
Happy
holidays to
holiday.
you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Oh man, this is going to be an interesting
So
one
this week,
indeed.
as I put the title, a lot of teams clinched or didn't, or got booted out of the playoffs this week. So yeah, let's get into this. Playoffs. Yeah.
We are 2 weeks away from the playoffs to be blunt. Just 2 weeks left.
Yep.
All right.
Let's start with Thursday night.
Yep.
The Rams going to the Seahawks, and Seahawks
Division game, by the way.
pulling it out in overtime, 38-37. No, I did not see the game. Usually don't watch Thursday night football games, but I know there was a lot of controversy with it.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Something about a fumble going forward. But when they explained it, with the rule guy explained it in the replay thing I saw, I understand it. But I do understand where the confusion can be, because if this person touched it, you can't move it forward. But since this person touched it, he can. It's very confusing. But they made the right call.
I agree. I mean, right. And not only that, this win, not only did the Seahawks defeat their division rivals, they also are the number 1 seed right now at this moment. But things could change. This is the crazy thing about the NFL. Anything can happen on any given Sunday or any day of the week when it comes to the NFL.
Yep. No matter what, they make the playoffs. With that win, they automatically make it. It's just dependent. The last couple games, what happens, the placement.
Like who wins, who loses, and what shift happens.
Yeah, there's still some placement stuff.
All right. So we got the Philadelphia Eagles played on a Saturday. Taking on their division rivals, the Washington Commanders, in Washington. And the Eagles won 29-18.
I watched that game. They're lucky to win. They looked so bad most of that game. Just bad. They did not.
Until the second half.
Yeah. Second half they started pulling it together, but they still didn't look great. They still didn't look like they usually do, and they should be. What you expect from them. But hopefully they can get it together. Now, with that, they did clinch the division and the playoffs and knocked the Cowboys out of any chance of making the playoffs with that win. And then we didn't help neither, because then we lost. So, yeah. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah. The Eagles are 10-5, as their record states. They're 5-3 on the road. Hurts with 185 yards passing, with 2 TDs. AJ Brown, 9 receptions, 95 yards. And Barkley with 21 carries for 132 yards with 1 TD. All right, so moving on, we got the Packers against the Bears. The Care Bears. And, we knew the Bears are tough, and being in Chicago, both teams are used to cold weather, so can't use that as an excuse. But, Bears won 22-16. Caleb felt as soon as the ball had left his hands in a flash, the Bears were definitely going to score that touchdown. That's what he was saying. Because the game did go into overtime, which that TD.
I had the game on. I wasn't watching all of it, but I did watch towards the end. The Bears were losing the whole game to the last 2 minutes.
Yep.
They scored, kicked the onside kick, got it. And that's how they sent it to overtime and then pulled it off in overtime. And apparently that's their 5th or 6th comeback win this year in the fourth quarter in the last couple minutes.
They only had 3 points up to the third.
Yep.
Okay, so the score was 13-3 entering the fourth, and then they scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. And Green Bay only had 3, and that's how you had your tie. And in overtime, the touchdown.
Yeah, crazy. I didn't watch the overtime, but I did watch the end of the fourth, and that was just crazy with the onside kick and everything. Packers are in trouble.
Yep.
But I said that once Parson went down, I said they weren't going to be as
efficient
deadly
on defense.
Yeah, I see you, DJ. Shut your pie hole. He's trying to tell you something, Will. On this
one. Josh, you made him watch the Cowboys game?
I didn't make him do nothing. I had it on. He came over. It was on. It was the game that was on Fox. I just had Fox on whatever game came on. I didn't even know that was the game coming on. So he can go somewhere with that shit. But speaking of Cowboys, we'll get into our first Sunday game. The Chargers came and visited us, and they beat us 34-17, which I predicted we would lose, even though I did hope the Cowboys would win. Like I said earlier, the Eagles winning knocked us out of the playoffs, and then even if we would slightly had a chance, still we threw it out the window with taking that loss. Now, I will say this: our owner is freaking delusional and an idiot. You know what he's blaming this whole season on?
I want to hear this.
Our defensive coordinator.
Oh, wow. Oh my!
This is the man who traded our best defensive rusher and probably player this year the week of the start of opening week. Traded him. And you wonder why he's having a hard time on defense. All his schemes for the year were with Parsons. Took that away at the last minute. What the hell do you expect him to do? And he didn't have Diggs most of the season, neither, which is our best corner. What the hell do you expect him to do?
Wow. I am impressed that he even said that.
His job's in jeopardy. It'll be evaluated. No one else, just the defensive coordinator.
He did the one thing. I mean, it's nothing wrong with being confident in your ball club.
No.
I mean, but
you should be.
You decimated your defense when you got rid of your main attraction on defense, who really still produces, and then of course everybody knows about injuries, but still the Parson thing really hurt in that you didn't show him the money, which probably would have let him stay. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he did want to stay at first.
He originally they offered him, we'll say, $150 million. He said, no, give me a quarter of that and go get me other players, use it to get other players, better players in here to help make our team better.
Mm-hmm.
Jaron Jones did not do that.
No, he did not.
Going into training camp stuff. So before training camp stuff, so then Parsons said, okay, now show me the money. You want me to stay, show me the money. I'm not staying if you're not going to show me the money. If you're not going to use the money to get players, then show me the money. And Jones didn't want to do it. What made it bad was that Parsons wanted to talk to Jones and wanted to work something out. But Jones did not want to talk to Parsons' agent like he's supposed to, what the rules allow.
Yeah.
And just wanted to talk to Parsons so he could try to do something dirty. And Parsons wasn't having any of it. And then we know what happened from there.
Right. And
that brings us to where we are now.
For that. I really don't.
No. Neither do I.
Jones.
Yeah. It's all Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
All Parsons asked for, instead of giving me all this money, let's make the team better and spread the money out and bring in a couple players. You don't do that? Okay, now I want my money. You want me to stay? I want my money.
Right.
I was going to take the pay cut.
Twice as much work.
Yeah. You're not going to build more people around me? Then give me my money. I'm either going to win it. I want to win a championship. That's what I'm here for. But if you're not going to build me the team to do it, show me the money. I don't blame them at all. That's the same attitude I would have. I want my championship first. You don't want to build that? Then show me my money. Give me the money. I'm going to make money then. If I'm going to beat my body up, I'm going to get and not win a championship. I want the money. Yeah. But let's not get on that too much. Let's keep moving there.
I was just letting you go, buddy. That's all.
I know, but let's keep moving.
Okay. All right, so we got the Buffalo Bills that took on the Browns, and I'm really upset about this one because Josh Allen. Now, these guys are division rivals, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so I can understand this being a tough game, but as the Buffalo Bills are supposed to be one of the top teams in the NFL, you would think that Allen would rise above it. And I'm pointing him out specifically because they gave him weapons that he should have succeeded. I'm not saying the Browns are phony. They're 3-12 record. And yes, a division rival, you play them twice, so their guy is going to know some of your schemes. But you guys are supposed to be above that. Every year, analysts pick the Buffalo Bills to be the team if it's not them, especially now that we know that Kansas City's not going. Yeah, all eyes is on Buffalo, but there's a lot of surprising teams this season. But the thing is I'm talking about is Allen, because I'm mad at him because I figured him facing the Cleveland Browns, he would have succeeded. No, I got 6 points from Allen. And I had Hurts as my backup. I should have threw my Hurts in there because Hurts had 19 points compared to 6. I'm disgruntled. But anyway, Buffalo won 23-20, so he still got the win. But, yeah, Sanders outperformed him with 157 yards and a TD. 20 for 29 throwing. That is not bad on Sanders' part at all.
No, he's actually looked okay for the games he's played in so far. Just unfortunately, and I was talking to somebody at work about this. To Sean, the housekeeper.
Okay.
We were talking about because she was asking what I thought about him. I was like, he has potential. He could be a very good player. He's just got put into a very bad situation. For one, because of who his father is. Not saying anything bad about Dion, but just because your father was such a great player, you're automatically
considered to have.
Yeah. You already have a spotlight on you that is a lot.
Then not that you even asked for, it's just that because of who you are.
Then his brother getting drafted and quitting and all that crazy stuff that happened with his brother. And then him getting drafted so late and everything. And then the Browns not wanting him, but then drafting him and then not wanting to play him, then wanting to play. He unfortunately is in a very bad spot. Hopefully things change now that he's proved himself. We'll see what happens. I hope it works
I
out
definitely
for
agree
him.
with you. He definitely has proven himself. I mean, I'm not going to knock Sanders for his play. I just hope that they see, like, okay, this guy is it. He can make things happen. He can make plays. All we need to do is just start getting the right pieces around him, and
Mhm.
maybe, just maybe, he'll succeed for us. But
Exactly.
I think he's, was in the right opportunity right now to get those reps in, get some
Oh yeah.
stuff under his belt. And then I think if they're smart and play him next year, not saying like, oh, we're going to put this person in. No, you work with him because the crowd obviously loves him. And yes, if they're not a diehard fan for Cleveland, they're going to come to see who he is, to see what he's about, which I think his name alone carries that weight. So
Exactly, and that's what I mean by like his because of who his father is. Is dude, your last name is Sanders. No matter what, people are gonna come watch you to see what you doing. That's pressure, and I
right.
think he's handling it. He's doing
And he's
okay with it.
handling it.
But like I said, the whole situation in Cleveland towards the beginning of the year of them not even wanting them as their third string quarterback, then wanting them as their third string, then not wanting them as their second string when their other quarterback got hurt, and still putting them as a third string. They would rather put an injured guy. And that's what I mean by a situation. It was just bad. Now it's working out for him because like you said, he's getting the reps and stuff. So hopefully it all works out.
And I do root for him too, because I'll save my story. In fact, I think this will be a good topic. Hopefuls and unhopefuls, I think, will be a good topic. So we'll keep Sanders in our thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound good with you, partner?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. I'm good.
All right, let's keep going. Get through this. The Kansas City Chiefs. Another L. Oh man, they missed Mahomes. 26-9. Wowzers. Man,
To tell you the truth, I don't expect
Gardner Minshew.
I don't expect them to win another game the rest of the season.
Man. And their running back Hunt didn't get much either.
It was just a bad game all around.
Yeah, it was a bad game all around. Like, Tennessee came prepared.
Travis had a horrible game.
We can actually get this W. We're still looking for that draft pick, but we could get this win. And they sure enough did. 10 points in the fourth quarter would shut the Chiefs out. The game begun 0-0, so they didn't score until the second.
Yeah.
26-9. And Ward, who had 228 yards passing, 2 TDs. Former Cowboy Tony Pollard, 150 yards rushing.
I liked Pollard. I liked him when he was with us.
All right, moving on so we can get through this week and do our Christmas predictions real quick. All right, so we got the Bengals spanked the crap out of the Dolphins 45-21. Joe Burrow
they did
4 TDs.
Now the Dolphins did sit their quarterback, and he's done for the rest of the season. They said they're just going to sit him, which is smart. They know they can't make the playoffs, save him for next year so he doesn't get another concussion and stuff. Smart play.
Okay, so we got the Saints defeating the New York Jets.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but okay.
Yep. That is the 5th win of the season for Kelly Moore.
Isn't that like the 3rd in a row too, or something like that?
Something like that.
2nd or 3rd in a row. Yeah.
Hey. The Minnesota Vikings pulled away from the New York Giants 16-13.
Now coming out of that, Vikings QB J.J. McCarthy has a hairline fracture in his right hand and is out.
Yeah. But he already was injured. He injured his right hand, his throwing hand, in fact.
Isn't that his right hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what and now it's fractured. He hurt it more in
Yeah.
this game. He completely fractured it. Now it was just like hurt. Now it's fractured.
Yeah.
That's
Can't
a bad
really
hit for them.
can't really say that these guys ain't tough because I mean playing injured and
Oh yeah.
The Buccaneers with another L. They're going the opposite way on this, 23-20 against the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young's looking promising, yeah.
And the crazy part is with the Bucs taking them last couple losses is after they got Mike Evans back.
Yeah. I remember
they've been losing pretty much.
Evans was pissed on the sideline. Like, he's pissed.
But I'm saying he's been back 2 or 3 games, and they've lost every game since he's been back.
Yeah, and then I hope they're not trying to say he's the problem.
No, I'm just saying it's just crazy that it's working out that way.
The Jacksonville Jaguars continue their rolling. Wow, 11-4 now. They're 5-2 on the road. 34-20 against the Broncos. Now, here's the crazy thing. The Broncos are actually the top seed in the AFC. Wow. That's crazy. Despite this loss, they are still.
Yep.
And the Jaguars snapped that winning streak of the Broncos.
Yes. Now, also this week, Jaguars wide receiver Jacob Myers agrees to a 3-year, $60 million extension.
Wow.
They just locked him in.
Mm-hmm.
That's Falcons good for them. They locked him in.
Falcons defeated the Cardinals 26-19. The Steelers defeated the Detroit Lions 29-24. There was a big dispute in that game as well.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to mention, Jet. There was this. Now, I will give Detroit's coach all the credit in the world. He said he does not blame the referees for them losing and everything like that. They lost. They should have never been in that predicament anyway. They should have had to win secure or whatever. So, because a lot of people were trying to blame the refs and say the refs cost them the game. And he's like, no, we cost ourselves the game. We did it. We should have never been in that position for the rest to have to make that call.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that because that just shows he's taken ownership of the team's responsibilities.
Exactly.
All right. That's
that game.
Raiders taking on the Houston Texans, who's been hot. And the Texans won 23-21. Wow. That's Texans' 7th win in a row against the Raiders. Wow. In the final game.
Hey, at least Sunday, the Raiders put up a fight on this one.
Yep. Here we go. The New England Patriots defeated the Baltimore Ravens 28-24. The Patriots erased an 11-point deficit to defeat the Ravens and clinched a playoff spot, being 12-3. They are undefeated when they're away from Gillette Field.
Now, Lamar Jackson did leave the game with a back injury. I don't know at what point he left, but I know he did leave with a back injury, so he didn't play the whole game. So that could have had something to do with towards the end of the game what happened, but Patriots, man.
This is good. Scary. It's scary about hearing about the Patriots.
Especially with Kansas City. Especially with Kansas City falling from grace.
Mm-hmm.
And that spot being open. I'm not trying to go back to the Patriots going back up there again. We just had them.
You're right. But it just shows how well. Now, is this the coach's first year with being back with them?
I believe so, yes.
That's what's impressive, too. It just shows that this coach is a winningest coach. I mean, he turned the franchise around in Tennessee before they started stinking.
I believe this is his first year.
I believe it is. I thought that's what one of the big deals was when he got hired back, because he was a player for the New England Patriots.
Yeah. You can keep talking. You can keep going while I look. I can multitask.
Okay. Well, I also wanted to say back to Dead. It's Baja Blast, but I bounce around to all flavors of Mountain Dew. I do like Code Red. I also like the new gummy worm one, but that one's hard to find. But for the last one.
Okay, so I think they.
Go ahead.
They did it. They hired. This is his first full season as the coach. They hired him in January of 2025. Returning to the team where he played and won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah. And that shows this guy can.
So there you go.
This guy
first year.
Coach. First year. Definitely
He's good,
one of the
Coach
of the year's candidates. The San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. And they took on Rivers' second start, the Indianapolis Colts, and they 48-27. Brock Purdy slings 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. Man.
Even with the Colts losing, Phillip Rivers still looked good.
Yes, he did. I will say that.
Second game back playing after being off for 5 years. And he came out hot.
Look bad. I can't get mad at him for that.
Because I know
really good.
Because they scored, if I'm not mistaken, they scored on their first 2 drives.
Yep. Yeah, because they scored once, because the first quarter score was 14-7, but in the second they both scored 10 points each, 49ers and the Colts.
Yeah, but I think Indianapolis scored 7, then San Fran scored 2, and then I think they answered back to tie it up at 14. Indianapolis Rivers drove down and scored, passed the same guy that he got the first touchdown with, because I think that's what I read. And yeah, so he looked good. It's just
they're just falling at the ball in.
And San Fran's just San Fran. It's crazy.
Yep.
And they're still missing some of their big players.
16. That concludes week 16. Now we got the big one. Week 17. 17 out of 18.
I'll start us off with the first game on Christmas. We have the Cowboys coming to Washington.
Division rivals.
I hope the Cowboys win, but at this point, it doesn't matter either way because we're already out of playoffs. But let's go Cowboys.
Yep. And the other Monday night. Oh, and by the way, the Cowboys game against the Washington and Detroit and Minnesota, which we're about to talk about, they're on
both on Netflix.
So if you want to see those games on Christmas Day, better hit your Netflix subscription up for the family fun. Mm-hmm. So as mentioned, Detroit Lions taking on Minnesota. Josh, who you got?
I want to go Detroit because they need it. They have. This is a must win for them. Must win. Because there's a chance they get knocked out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
This is a must win for Detroit. So I got Detroit.
Okay. I'm with you with that one. Now this game is on Prime Video, so it's not going to be on local television.
No.
Which we could say TV deals. The Denver Broncos taking on Kansas City Chiefs, which got approved for their new stadium. So no longer will be at Arrowhead. They've been at Arrowhead since 1972.
But that's not till like for a couple more years still.
So yeah, the new stadium's not due until 2032.
Yeah. Yep.
But they got approved.
Yep.
Got to give Kansas City some good news.
And well, actually, no, because that takes them out of Kansas City. They're not going to be. It takes them across the border.
No.
It takes them across the border, so yeah, it'll be a whole thing. But let's go Broncos.
Yep, first place Broncos. All right, hitting up Saturday's game. Yes, Saturday. Heard me right. At 4:30, you got the Houston Texans traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers. Both teams need their win in order to stay afloat in the playoffs, especially in the West where it's real tight. One loss can really shift some things. I'm going Texans for this one because Texans need it just as bad too.
I'm going Chargers at home.
Oh, we split. There we go. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Packers. That's the other game, and this game is on Peacock.
It's a hard one right now.
Yeah. So this, I mean, same Peacock. It could also be on NBC for those at home too, as well. Games at 8.
I'll take the Packers at home.
I'm going Packers too. Being in that cold, I don't think Henry's going to be able to run as well as he would like to.
And who knows if Lamar's going to be in or not.
Exactly. The Arizona Cardinals. Now we're actually on Sunday's game. In this game, Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati at home.
I'm going with you on that one because of Joe Cool. The Seattle Seahawks traveling to Carolina, taking on the Panthers.
Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks. Yep. All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. To stay afloat in their division, they need this win. Steelers do.
Steelers.
Okay. I'm Steelers as well. That's New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee.
Titans at home.
Ooh, I'm going with the Saints. Because we marching in. Oh, when the Saints. Oh, okay. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Jags.
Yep.
Sorry, old man. Sorry, old man Phillip, but Jags.
All right.
I go with my Jags.
This is where Tampa Bay could come back, Josh. They taking on the Miami Dolphins.
They need to win this one.
Let's
go Bucks.
Safety.
Let's go Bucks.
All right. The red hot New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets.
Patriots.
Okay. Patriots as well. Ooh, this is going to be interesting, Josh. The New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Who cares? I'm going to Giants.
I'm going to go with the Raiders just because I wanted to say something black and silver. All right. And on Fox at 4:25, you got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to cold Buffalo. And it's crazy. Buffalo is favored to win. 78% of these picks have picked Buffalo. They are favored.
Go with the home team, Buffalo.
I'll be an idiot, but I'm still going with the Eagles. In Sunday night football, you got the Bears taking on the 49ers.
In San Fran. I'm going 49ers at home.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's hard to go against the Bears, but right now, but it's hard to go against either one of these teams. This is going to be a good one. But I'm going 49ers at home.
In the last game for Monday Night Football, which is the 29th, the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Rams all the way.
Rams all the way, indeed. And that is our picks for this upcoming week, including the holiday. All right, Josh, you have any NHL news?
There's no big news. Other than I can give you our top teams, which is Detroit. We got what? Hold on. Wait, am I reading this right? Hold on. Detroit's in second place in the East, behind the Hurricanes. Then you have the Lightning, followed by the Flyers. Flyers are actually second in their division, but fourth in the conference. Kudos to them, especially during this rebuild.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, they've been finding the end of the nets lately.
Yes, they've looked really good. Tockett's got them playing solid in Philly. Hey, kudos to them. Keep it up. Let's go. All right, we'll move out west. Are you kidding me? Colorado is still 26-2-7. They still have not lost more than 2 games in overtime.
What? No.
And they have played 35 games.
Are you serious?
And they are 26-2-7. They have 7 overtime losses, but only 2 regulation losses. That's crazy. So they're in first, of course, followed by the Dallas Stars, and then you got the Anaheim Mighty Ducks and the Las Vegas Golden Knights are round out your top teams. Colorado is just ridiculous right now. Like I said, not really anything really going on. I know they're still talking about the Olympics. They don't know if they're still talking about them maybe not going because of this rink still being built, and it's going to be smaller than an NHL rink. And usually when the Olympics, the rink is actually bigger than an NHL rink because they go international size. This is going to be smaller than, and they're just worried about safety because smaller means people can get hurt.
It makes sense.
So we'll see what.
Obviously, one of the most dangerous sports. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. It's still up in the air. I am keeping an eye on it because, especially being a hockey fan, I want to see hockey in the Olympics. I love watching that. But I understand safety first. So hopefully they can figure it all out and it works out. But that's it for NHL hockey news. Before we get into NBA, I will say something about baseball. We do have the Phillies traded Matt Strahm to the Royals for Jonathan Bolon. It was like a pitcher trade or something like that.
A pitcher trade off.
There's been a lot of other signings, but there's been so much that I lost track And I don't know who the big names are, so I wasn't going to sit here and write down 30 different trade things that I saw or signings. I will try to learn who some of the bigger players are for going forward, but what team you talking about, DJ? Look at the team. Do you know who they have? Who has what team?
Yeah.
Who you talking about? But I know the Mets have been making a lot of trades or letting people go. Seen here just an hour ago, Pirates sign Ryan O'Haron, whoever he is, to a 2-year deal, lefty bat. That's just some quick stuff from baseball. WNBA. The players did tell the union that if the league doesn't give them the one thing they're asking for, that they have the okay to start the lockout, the strike. So come January 9th, it looks like they might be going to a lockout. We'll see what happens. It's not 100% yet, but it doesn't look good. Because they will not bend it all on what the players want. And the players aren't going to bend, and I stick with the players. Don't bend. Don't give up. Fight for that. You deserve it. Keep going. So we can jump into the NBA. And before you start, Nuggets center Nikolai Jokic. Is that how you say it? Jokic became the career assist leader among centers to pass Hakeem Abdul-Jabbar.
Holy crap.
So he is the leading assist ever for a center now.
Well,
kudos to him.
Congrats,
my man.
And to say something about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, Kareem played when a center was a center. And to keep things way before our time, I mean, Kareem, like, the sky hook was the most lethal move in the NBA at this time. Nobody could really defend it because he was just that tall, well-skilled, knew the spacing perfectly to sink it. And yeah, and Jokic is an all-around player. That's what the players nowadays have to be. He's a 7-foot guy. He's a triple-double walking machine just by stepping on the court. So kudos to you, Nikolai Jokic.
Okay, so he was talking about the Colorado Avalanche. Well, yeah, but I know they got McKinnon, they got McCarr, but they pretty much have the same team they had last year, and they weren't this good.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. But yeah, I get it. The Avalanche do have a great team, but they had most of this team last year and they didn't look this good.
Right. It's just finally getting their chemistry down. That's probably what's going on with Colorado.
Oh yeah,
you got the chemistry and you got the right lines match up out there. Then yeah, you're going to succeed.
But the only scary part with that is they're doing it so early at the beginning of the year. Hopefully, it doesn't dwindle out.
It up all year round.
Exactly, they might dwindle out.
Mostly by January, after the All-Star break, you get to see really what the teams are mostly going to be about. But NBA now?
Yep, go ahead, sir.
Okay. So in NBA news, there is some games still going on, such as the Philadelphia Sixers are playing the Brooklyn Nets. And scores tied at the end of the first. For those who want to check it out, it's mostly on Comcast Sports. You got the Wizards and Hornets, Bulls, Hawks, New Orleans, the Pelicans. There you go. I'm going to start needing glasses myself. New Orleans and Cleveland, the Bucks and Pacers, and Toronto and Miami. So the Heat and the Raptors. In the West, you got at 8 o'clock starts Denver taking on Dallas. So if you want to see Nikola Jokic taking on Cooper Flag, the rookie sensation, that game is on NBC tonight at 8. You got the New York Knicks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, OKC and San Antonio, and the Lakers taking on the Phoenix later tonight. In standings, Detroit Pistons is still the top dog. So not only are they doing well in hockey, they are doing well in the NBA. At 23-6, the Knicks follow up in second place. Celtics in third. And surprise, surprise, the Philadelphia 76ers are in fourth place. Raptors in 5, Orlando's in 6. For those who are wondering, for those who are Giannis Antetokounmpo fans, the Bucks are sitting at 11th place right now, out of the playoff hunt as we speak. In the West, Oklahoma City Thunder, the NBA champs, are still running pretty good, 26-3. The Spurs are in second place, with the Nuggets in third, Lakers in fourth, Timberwolves in fifth, and surprise, surprise, the Houston Rockets are sitting in sixth. For those who are Steph Curry fans, he is sitting at the 8th seed, which would be in the play if the playoffs started today. And that is what I have for the NBA. Anything else, Josh, you want to spit?
Apparently LeBron is playing his 20th Christmas game.
Wow. Wow, thank you for that information.
Of course, Crystal. Of course, Crystal. It's LeBron, you know.
Crystal, LeBron fan right there.
Yeah. So, sir, it's that time of the day, and I'm not going to say because I don't want WWE eventually coming after us for saying it too much. But what's on your mind, sir? Well, we got to switch it up. I can't say the other one because we might get in trouble eventually.
Oh.
What's on your mind,
What's
sir?
on my mind is a lot of things. I'm not going to try to shoot a promo, but let's say, because there was 2 things we were going to dabble with. One was games on Christmas Day. Games on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Some sports, it's an honor. Just like on Thanksgiving, it's an honor to be on those days. Christmas, on the other hand, and hockey is good for this because hockey, there is no hockey this year on Christmas Day.
And I think it's like that every year.
Oh, it is?
Yes. They usually get a break the day before Christmas Eve and then start usually a couple days. They get a day or 2 off after Christmas before they start up. This year,
travel home, they get to be with their families and rest up, take time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the NBA plays almost every year on Christmas, and this year, does football do it every year?
No.
Okay.
Because it was on Wednesday last year, they didn't play. I think it's just because it's on Thursday, which is like football day now. I think it's why they're doing it. We'll see. We'll have to see what they do the next couple of years, but this is definitely the first time they've had like 3 games on there. They may have had maybe just Thursday night football if it was on Thursday, but not like this year where they have 3 games that I can remember anyway.
Interesting.
And it's crazy because with this year with them doing that, Dallas plays on Thanksgiving and Christmas, so they don't get either holiday with their family.
Nope.
That's messed up.
And also for you guys to understand, these games ain't being played on national television where you can catch it on Fox or NBC. No, you need Netflix and Peacock. This is pretty much where everything's transitioning now because of their TV deals that they made.
not Peacock, prime time TV.
Prime. Prime.
On Christmas, it's first 2 games are on Netflix, and then the regular Thursday night game is on Prime, like it always is.
Yeah.
Do I like it? Yes and no. Yes, because it gives me something to watch, but no, because I feel bad for the players. Like I said, look at Dallas playing both holidays, and I know they don't mind playing on Thanksgiving. That's been a Dallas tradition forever. That they play on Thanksgiving, but do I have to make them play both in the same year? Kind of sucks for the players and the coaches and everything like that. But football, I think shouldn't be on Christmas. Basketball, like you said, NBA's been doing that for years. NBA's been doing that as long as I've been watching basketball, and I started in the early 90s. So that don't bother me too much. Basketball, you're used to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a tradition, just like football on Thanksgiving is a tradition. You're used to it. Especially because I know football is more of it. It's usually the same 2 teams. It was always Detroit and Dallas for somebody for Thanksgiving. And I remember back in the day when I watched basketball all the time, Chicago always played on Christmas. I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but they seemed to always play on Christmas Day, which was fine for me because I was a Chicago Bulls fan, so I watched it. It gave me something to watch. But I don't think football should be having the 3 games. Maybe just a Thursday night game because it's Thursday night, but the other 2 games.
I was going to say that's probably why it's happening. That's not specifically because it's Christmas. I think it's also because it is Thursday night.
Yeah, but I think because it is Christmas, just stick to the regular Thursday night game and let it be a regular Thursday. Yeah. Let these guys go home. The one team that plays, they know they're going to play it. They know way ahead of time. Unfortunately, it still sucks for them, but they get it if Christmas falls on a Thursday. But yeah, the other 2 games I don't think should be played. Save them for like Saturday or something. Like put 2 more games on Saturday.
Yeah,
I'd rather do that. But like I said, basketball I don't mind. Basketball tradition. Just keep the tradition alive. Stop messing with stuff.
And the funny thing is about the NBA, you always got players playing extra hard on that day. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, not only because he holds the all-time leading scoring record, and he's been in the league since he was 18, but I believe LeBron James is like the top dog when it comes to scoring on Christmas Day.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. If this is his 20th game on Christmas Day, I wouldn't doubt it at all. That's a lot of games to play on Christmas. That's a lot of games.
That is the most Christmases this man played on. Also holding a record for playing as long as he has. So I wouldn't be surprised with that stat.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really watch basketball now, so I won't be watching the games this year, and I haven't watched them in the last few years in a while. But I'll definitely have the football games on just because they're on, and I have Netflix. So hell,
yeah. I'm not gonna hate on LeBron because I'm a Jordan fan, but LeBron has done his homework. He has done his work. He has worked his butt off to be who he says he is, and capitalizing on the situation and how the games were and stuff like that. And I'm not going to hate on the man, but he is definitely doing a great job leading the NBA and plus became his own billionaire, his own empire. So,
yep.
But yeah, sports on Christmas gives you something to watch besides all the specials that you've probably seen a dozen times leading up to Christmas. Unless you're the type that just loves to be with family, you'll turn the log on and play some music in the background while you BS and talk. If you don't have one, I know why you used to do that was turn it to the Yule log and just watch the fireplace because I wish I had a fireplace. But hey, It's a good way of still doing it.
We've all done it at some point or another.
Just enjoy the people you're with, because family is always important. Friends, family, the whole nine. Because without them, you'll just be a lonely son of a gun, and nobody likes to be alone on Christmas. And Josh, I'm not going to say it online because I think you posted it.
Yep. For the people that are local and know me, my house is open to come hang out if you need somewhere to go, to get away, or just don't want to be alone. Reach out. And that goes for anyone else that's watching. Reach out to friends, family. Do not be alone. Somebody has a spot for you. Just reach out. If they haven't reached out, reach out yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, Crystal.
Yeah, I'm keeping my feelings in to myself, because Crystal knows she's gonna get it sooner or later on our debates.
Yeah, we'll have the whole.
I'm holding my tongue like I did with the Cena information. And for those who didn't know about the whole John Cena thing, we got 4 minutes, so I'm gonna go into this real quick. And they said party at Josh's house. Hey, there you go, Josh. You threw it out there.
Kobe. Hey, I'm good with that.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about Kobe. It's always LeBron, Michael, and LeBron, but you got to throw Kobe in there.
Definitely.
But as I was saying, because I bit my tongue, Josh actually mentioned it before. At the time, I finally had time to process it. And yes, I was the type that said Gunther was the wrong guy to make Cena tap. Cena said it himself because he had a podcast on Cody Rhodes' show and was able to lay out everything about that and why he did what he did and everything.
And I was talking to my cousin, who's not a wrestling fan anymore. He used to be back in the day, but he's not anymore. And I was talking about how John Cena described it, of him, why he smiled before he tapped out. And the way he described that and explained it is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, or the best way that could ever be described. And what he said was, whenever you read an obituary about somebody dying, what makes the people the most happiest is reading that they died at home with their family members, or passed at home, whatever, with their family. So the way he put it was that him looking around the crowd as he was in the hold and him smiling was him seeing his family and his fans and stuff in the front and knowing that he had closure and it was time to give up. And that's exactly what he did. And that's just beautiful, the way he put that. And
the way he put it. Yeah.
It is just beautiful.
But
and I might have missed it up a little bit from the way he said it.
You actually said it right. You said it right, because that's exactly how he said it. Because Cody Rhodes actually got emotional when he said that.
And I do saying it and repeating it. It is the way he. I've never heard anybody put, especially a wrestler, put their retirement, the end of their career, in such a beautiful way that anybody can understand it, even if you weren't a wrestling fan or a sports fan at all. You understand that it was his time, just like when someone passes at home, it was him passing happily at home and ending his career.
And it's not saying that he himself is gone. His character, wear the shirts, the jorts, and all that character rested.
The sports entertainer
part, yes, because he's still going to be there. But he said
he will never wrestle again.
Or a suit. You will only see him come to WWE in a suit.
Yep.
You won't see him wearing any type of merchandise, most likely, unless they say, "Hey, we got this shirt designed for you. We need you to wear it."
Yeah, he may do something special like that, but
for the WWE.
But you'll never see him in his wrestling gear style again. You'll never see the jorts. You'll never see the bands and all that stuff on him. You may see him come out with a towel, maybe, but you won't ever see him in his wrestling gear like he's ready to wrestle. And I respect that. And I believe 100% that he will stick to it. He's that kind of person that when he says and he's going to do something, that's exactly what he does. And I respect John Cena for that. I don't like him as an in-ring performer. I just never did. It was just never my thing. But I respect everything he does and what he has done.
And especially being the top guy. I mean, when I mean the top guy, all right, they all paid their trials and tribulations and stuff. And as we mentioned, he almost got fired when he was his original character.
Yep.
The fact that he redefined his character with the Doctor of Thugonomics, then as we know, he became who we all know and loved for the next couple years. Then the Super Cena to be the top guy. Now he said, what was it, 22 years?
22 years. I think he's been in wrestling 25 years, but the top guy for 22.
Yeah. Because he started in 2002. So I would say maybe we'll make it 20 years as the pinnacle of representing WWE as the top star, as the face of the product.
And to put this in the perspective for people who don't know wrestling, the only other guy that maybe has a bigger name than him and is more well known is Hulk Hogan. That's but he's done more than Hulk Hogan in my opinion. But that's where for non-wrestling fans, that's the easiest way to compare him is to Hogan. He's on that Hogan level where even if you don't know wrestling, you know him.
Right.
That's the easiest way to compare him.
Stone Cold didn't do his stuff and everything. And like everybody knows Stone Cold. I mean, Stone Cold really made the people watch wrestling because at that time nobody touched the boss, nor even knew who the boss was. But Stone Cold did. But to be the top guy of that time, it was John Cena.
And that's the thing. Stone Cold was a top guy, but he wasn't the face. There's a difference. Cena was the face of the company, of wrestling in general in the United States for the longest time, because there was nothing else for a while that really had something. He was the face of wrestling. And this man, and this tells you the kind of man he is. He holds the world record for Make-A-Wish Foundation, and no one's even close.
Nope. And that's in sports entertainment.
That's in everything.
As an athlete, singer,
actor, actresses, everything. He beats everybody.
He holds that.
For the most granted wishes ever in history. It's so bad that they asked him to retire from doing it, and he did it like a year ago. He stopped doing them, because he had so many. It's crazy. Like I said, as a in-ring performer, being a wrestling fan, he's not the greatest wrestler. So I didn't like him as a wrestler. What he does mic-wise as an entertainer, he's good. He's great. He's awesome at it. As a person, he's a fantastic person. Come on, to do all that Make-A-Wishes and everything else he's done. It is phenomenal. And the money and everything else he gives back. And even the way he helps other wrestlers. I respect him for that. And you can't say nothing bad about the man that way. You can talk trash about him as his in-ring thing that he only does 5 moves and all this other stuff.
5 moves of doom.
But my man as a sports entertainer, it was phenomenal. And so I give him the respect for that. And like I said, the way he went out and the way he explained it,
poetic.
Most respect ever. He'll be hey, I hope we see him come back and do some just appearances to talk, whatever he does. I hope he comes back here and there. I know he won't wrestle, and I don't want him to wrestle. I hate when wrestlers say they're retired and then they rest and then they come back and wrestle like 20 more matches. Like, dude, you ruined your career. You ruined it all for us because you told us you retired and then you come back. But yeah, congrats to him. Moving and hope his Hollywood career keeps going for him.
Yep. And I thought it was funny too, because someone put it in the thing, and in fact, Monday Night Raw, Nikki Bella came out, and actually, because there's a rumor going around, and
it's not a rumor.
Now it's not a rumor because Cooper actually, Cooper's dating Nikki Bella.
They both have come out and said that it's true. Now, put this in perspective, Nikki is 42 years old. Deshaun is 23.
22.
22, okay.
20 years age gap.
Hey, nothing wrong with it.
No.
Nothing wrong with you.
But what I was getting at, this is what I was getting at, Josh, is that
I know what you're getting at.
Because the show was in Detroit. Okay.
Yeah, Grand Rapids.
Said because they lost that, the Eagles are better. She actually said it while she was in Detroit.
And now to go on to that, the funny thing is Cooper DeJohn did the You Can't See Me this week.
Yep.
Which makes it funny because he's dating John Cena's ex-fiance. But Cooper, and he even said it because people asked him why he didn't, because they thought he was trying to like rub it in. He goes, no. I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, and I've watched John Cena my whole life. Now, mind you, he's 22 years, so his whole life has been Cena being the face of WWE. So, yeah, he's been watching John Cena. And he's met John Cena, and they have respect for each other. So it's all in fun. John Cena don't have no harsh things for him, and because I know people were saying stuff about it since they're dating. John Cena's not that kind of person. He doesn't care. Him and Nikki were years and years ago. He's married to somebody else now. That don't bother him.
Yeah. In other words, he moved on. Nikki moved on.
Exactly. Nikki got married to somebody else, had a kid, and got divorced, and now is dating Cooper. So they've both done their own thing. It is what it is.
It is what it is. We'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our show.
As always, thanks for coming and hanging out. And with that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you know, and hit that bell so that you know when we go live, which is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. anyway. But it also lets you know when other videos go up and stuff like that. So once again, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. Happy holidays.
And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate.